Hello, my name is Greg Argarin, and I'm the oldest son of Wilfred Malano Argarin. I would like to thank the pastor and pastora for allowing me this opportunity to send you this video, and I'm so sorry that I cannot be there with you in person to celebrate the life and the memory of my father. My father was born in the Philippines on July 24th, 1929, and is in the arms of the Lord as of January 17th, 2015. My father, like so many Filipinos, was very passionate and was willing to fight for what he believed in. As a young man, he brought supplies to his father and uncles that were fighting against the Japanese. As a young man, he went to work for a construction company, helping to build Andersen Air Force Base in Guam. And during his stay there, the Korean conflict broke out, and the United States Army attempted to draft him. He claimed if he was going to fight for the United States and possibly die fighting for them, that he wanted his citizenship. And that citizenship was granted. He was one of the first Filipinos to get his citizenship that way. After the military, he went to work in the restaurant business, where he met my mother on a blind date in 1959. I was born in 1961, and my brother Charlie was born in 1963. My parents divorced when I was young. My mother remarried my stepfather. My father remarried Maria, who we call Lily, my stepmother. I lived with my mother most of the time. We did visit regularly with my father and stepmother. And they raised 4 children of their own, 2 boys and 2 girls. Those of you that have known my father in the last 10 years knew a kind, gentle man. And while my dad was always very kind, he was not always so gentle. He was very firm and very direct, especially with us boys. His threats were legendary. Although he was never physically abusive, he was always willing to threaten you with that, "I'll bust you right in the mouth!" And again, he was very passionate, very strong, and a hard worker. My father went to work in the culinary and wound up retiring from that business. And being a Filipino, again, very passionate about food and family, I always looked forward to the visits and grew to love Filipino food. Of course, it's in my blood. I make my own adobo and lumpia, and I always looked forward to the big Filipino fiestas when we would have lechon and all of the wonderful Filipino foods. So there's nothing but good memories remembering back on my childhood, and again, just remembering my father as being very passionate, very direct. There's one thing about my dad: you never had to guess where you stood. He was not afraid to tell you exactly where he stood on any issue. All of the adults were very good together. I mean, all of the parents. Everyone was very functional and got along very, very well. And I even remember on one visit, there was some confusion with some luggage, and the airport attendant was wanting us to identify some of the items in the luggage in order to prove that it was ours. Well, my father thought this was just ridiculous. You know, of course that's our luggage, and you know, why would we take someone else's luggage? And he was just furious that they were making us open the luggage and identify the contents inside. And I remember right before they opened, he said, "Be careful, there's a cobra in there." And that'll tell you a little bit about some of the colorfulness of my father and his personality. But I am very grateful that all of you are here today. I'm grateful that we could celebrate and remember this wonderful, kind, passionate, man, father, grandfather, husband, friend, and patriot. I appreciate all of you being here today, and again, I'm so sorry that I cannot be there in person, but I appreciate every one of you, and I will look forward to visiting soon and meeting all of you in person. Thank you again for honoring my father and his memory. God bless you.